Hey folks, so this is Scott on here. I have not played through this game in, like an entire playthrough in the better part of just under a year. So I thought what I would do is go through here and we would do a playthrough of Revision 4 of the game and talk about some of the differences here. And basically what has changed in the intro stage versus, say, Revision 3 or below is the backgrounds here. I was able to get something just a lot prettier, whereas before we just had a basic, I think, cloud sky. Kudos to the update on Megaman Maker 1.8, because this gave us this lovely Rockman and bass background here. Added a bit more depth, a bit more interesting background to this level that's, for a little while had felt a little stagnant. Now, this is probably the first time I've talked while playing through my level pack game, so some insight I will provide on the construction of the level, especially this level, is that I know a lot of people are like, why would you create an intro level and basically illustrate all the different enemy types in the game so that the player could know, especially if we're playing, quote, Megaman Maker, where everybody has played a Mega Man game before and are well versed in it and its gimmicks and whatnot. I wanted to make it like, again, an NES title, and or at least a fan game, because I do not know how to code. I don't have the time to learn. It took me months and months to make this game, and even then, with the magnitude of how big this is, we're talking, this is 16 stages in this game. This took me the better part of 3 months, 4 months maybe even. 4 months if you count all the revisions and all the updates, notes I took from several people who played through the game. Also, I wanted to send a shout out to some testers. I'm going to say Apple123, Neo Cutman, Late Night Mega, Skullman. There's a couple of other people who have played through this game as well. They've given me some fantastic insight, and they've found some little glitches here and there. This is another background we changed. I think this is really nice. It adds to the wood aesthetic. It doesn't make the level feel, I think, as stagnant and as boring. I'll get back to the testing in a second, but yeah, here's another transition point that I thought was a great addition, not only from Megaman Maker 1.8, just transitioning from the woodland area to the sky. The point I was trying to make with the intro stage was that it introduced all the gimmicks in the level pack early, so the players could understand and have an eye out of what could, whoops, there we go, see, I screwed up my own jump, could understand what is ahead in the game, and what to expect, what to be ready for. And obviously they weren't going to be this easy, but give them an idea. So, anyone playing it and wondering why there's like 20 different enemy types in this level, it's simply to give you an introduction of what's to come. It is not in any way the level design choice. I got a lot of good feedback and also just guidance from watching people's video, like Nico Evaluates, again, Late Night Mega's videos of just some of his critiques of things, and just watching and observing what works, what doesn't, what makes sense, what's a good teaching element, what's going overboard. I think I created something pretty fun. There's a couple people I'm still waiting to hopefully play this game pretty soon and test this out. And when they do, hopefully they'll find it as much fun as I believe it will be for them. If that makes sense. Another couple of changes I made here. Another transition is much nicer here with the clouds. Also, we used to have a top man enemy here in the earlier revisions. We got rid of that. Earlier revisions also had this boss having a variation of Woodman and Pharaoh Man, just to make it a bit more difficult. And honestly, it's an intro stage. You're supposed to beat it. I know you can argue that, how are you going to die to Pharaoh Man here, because it's a pretty pathetic battle. It was more for aesthetic design. Like, it looks cool. It looks like he's shooting out of the tank, and that's what that is. There's nothing behind the tank, if anyone was wondering. You can't get up there because you don't rush yet anyway. some of the earlier variations, I had a little emblem or a little weapons marker indicating rush, and people got confused because you couldn't access rush, so they thought they missed it. So I took that out, and you had to obtain rush this way, which is how it worked all along. It was just more of a marker indicating, oh yes, this is what you would do with rush if you had him, but you don't, so you don't. But I got rid of that. Anyway, what we will do here is, why not, we'll just continue on to the next level. I'm going to give me a thumbs up, because why not? I guess it doesn't count because it's me. Anyway, I'm going to match the same playthrough order I did in my first video. I have recently discovered there is an easier way to go through the game, but in terms of showing off the key secrets, it's probably easiest to go through the same way that I would go through normally. If you want a tip, honestly, I think now with the update to version 1.8 of Megaman Maker, I actually think the easiest route in my game is to start now with Infinity Women rather than Marine Man. But for old reasons, I'm going to start with Marine. Oh, that's nice. I got a 7 and 0 on this revision so far. That's the one drawback with constantly updating the revisions is I'm getting tons and tons of positive feedback like this every single time I upload the level. The problem is, as you can see, these were uploaded within the last month. So every time I'm doing it, I can't carry over the marks. Otherwise, Marine Man stage would be something like 42 ups and like 3 downs. Like, again, people find them down for a reason. That's fine. Maybe they like Kaizo levels. I really don't know. That's on them. So